Okay, I know I was really sick in the last video. I had the flu. I'm almost better from it, almost over it. In a matter of speaking, still feel like crap. Yesterday, though, I wanted to eat regular food again. So, my boyfriend, he's older, not like fucking an old man or something. Anyhow, he just prefers home cooked meals, and I'm not Betty Crocker. I didn't want to cook. I do cook sometimes, but anyhow, that's not the point. I didn't feel like cooking last night, so I wanted to go to Taco Bell. I really wanted some tacos. We went to a Taco Bell I don't really like because they have a KFC in there too, and with all the handling of the meats, the chickens, and I should have known something, but and the service was like really crappy too. But we stayed and I ate. And I think I only ate one. It was one of them Crunchwrap Supreme things. And I got a chalupa and a crunchy taco to go with it. But I didn't eat the chalupa or the crunchy taco. I brought them home. Which I started to feel real bad. I got a confession. I'm a sleepwalker. And sometimes while I'm sleepwalking, I will eat. And I don't know I'm eating until the next morning when, oh, it's just so weird. But I think it came from, I don't know, my past maybe. A lot of people sleepwalk, but never had any traumatic experiences. So I'm told. But that's neither here nor there. Anyhow, I woke up feeling really, really sick and throwing up, and then same thing all day today. So I think I got food poisoning. I will not be eating tacos no more. Not from there, anyway. I recently had someone private message me asking me if if they should go through with meeting their biological mother who they had found and father after 15 years. To answer that, I don't know. You didn't give me no backstory for one. And I'm not saying you have to, it's your business, but what I'm saying is if they did something that you feel they should be held accountable for, it's probably never going to happen. You'll probably never get the closure that you want. Not completely. If you do decide to go through with the meeting and it seems like everything is working out, be on your guard. This is not me being a negative Nancy. This is me telling you to be cautious because I was raised in a really abusive household. I was destroyed when I was smaller. Even though all that bullshit happened, and then I was thrown into even worse group homes, even worse orphanages and foster homes, I still held this ideal in my head that my birth mother and father would come save me, or when I found them, they would have their arms wide open and I'd run and we'd embrace and it would be so happy, and that is such bullshit. Personally, I think that if your mother willingly gave you up, you need to flat out ask her, do you feel like seeing me? And if her answer is no, take it. You will be better for it instead of trying to integrate yourself into someone's life who didn't want you back then and who doesn't want you now. They can't realize what a precious person you are. And they probably will never realize the full impact that it had on your life because, like you said, you were raised by good people. So in their head, they're probably thinking they did you a favor. And there's really no changing people who think that. There are all kinds of people out there. Hell, you've seen Joe Dirt, and even though that's made up, there really are people out there like that. Not Joe Dirt with the mullet, the parents. Once they realized their son was something, oh yeah, they wanted him. to sell them little clown figurines. It's not a joking matter, but I'm telling you, the way I got through most of my ordeal was to look back on it and say, damn, that's messed up. But I've at least got to keep the outside looking like it hasn't affected me. I've said it before. Obviously, it has affected me in many ways. In this last relationship that I've gotten into, I can tell. He's 54. He had a good life growing up. He can't wrap his head around the things that happened to me. And, it's so stupid to cry, but, he'll tell me to get over it. That's the past. Clearly, he doesn't understand, like I've told him. I wish just one thing traumatic had happened in your life so you could understand why it's not okay to say get over it to somebody. I had a therapist call me, and it was funny because the way she introduced herself is, I'm so-and-so therapist. I am a Christian-based therapist. Your so-and-so contacted me thinking that this type of therapy would be more beneficial to you. So I was like talking to her, and she said the quote I hate the most that I've heard my whole life. I asked her, why would God let that happen? She said, God loves children. I want you to know that wherever your real father is and the other people that did this to you, he has made them suffer greatly. I said, stop. I see my real father. He's not suffering greatly. He has his own freaking land, his own trailer, vehicles to drive. He's in a holler in the mountains in Virginia with a natural spring. He's not hurting for anything. He has freed himself from all the blame. Oh, well, wait until he dies. When he dies, he'll get his comeuppings. Really? Well, why can't it happen right now so I can see it and so I can feel better? I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. I would like to say that I do not endorse murder. I am not a murderer. I feel like that if I had stayed any longer in the home with my birth parent, father, and brother, since my mother was dead, I would have tried to get my own revenge for me and my brother. And I think I know what ultimately stopped me was my son and my daughter. I'm a better mother than I ever had. So why was I going to take 2 lives, kill them, and that's that? I mean, you don't know that they're suffering after they're dead. They could come back as alpacas or anything. You don't know. So why would I take 2 lives and then go to prison? Because everybody's always caught for murder. Always. Most of the time. Or even if you could get away with it and somebody else get framed, why ruin that innocent person's life? I don't know. These are a lot of things to think about. Sorry if I ramble in some of these. My head stays a bit scrambled at times, so have a nice day. Night. It's night here. Later.